Gundam.tk presents High Grade Zedas R. Hey, what's up again, everybody? It's Robert184, 2Rs, 2Bs, GundamReviews.net, and as we move further into the second generation of the anime Gundam Age, we're going to be getting more UE/Veigan suits, and we're going to be getting this remake of the Zedas in the form of the High Grade 1/4 Zedas R. This kit first came out in early 2012, and sells for the price of 1,500 yen. And in the high-grade Gundam Age lineup, it's number 12 to come out, part of the second generation, with what I have to say is some pretty cool-looking cover art. In the first generation of Gundam Age, we had Flit piloting the H1 and Dezel Galette as his main antagonist piloting the Zedas. And basically, as the second generation began, I wasn't sure if I'd be picking up the Zedas R just because it is going to be more or less a color swap of this original Zedas, which is number 6 in the high-grade line. But once it was revealed that Zedas Galette was going to be piloting it before getting upgraded into something that can keep up with his speed, then it was something that I wanted to add to my HG Age collection. The thing that surprised me though is that when it made its debut in the anime, it was going to be fighting Asum Asuno in the Age 1 as opposed to actually fighting him in the Age 2. For a quick look around the box, you can see the plates there, with the R being the red that's going to be on here to go along with some clear green it looks like, and some yellow for the hands, which is the most famous feature of the Zedas. You can see those green parts there in the eyes, and it's looking very Masurao-ish with the black and red, which is certainly going to make it more masked bad guy worthy. You can see the rear view with the Zedas tail plugged in, and remember that this guy transforms into something that is akin to an ugly duck. We've got the flight mode here, you can see it from top and from the back. You can see that it's going to have a beam cannon, as is the want of all the UE/Veigan suits there. The camera eye is going to be made out of seals, I'm assuming, if it's anything like the rest of the UE. Beam Vulcans that are very familiar if you put together anything from the Gafran to the Dorado, and I gotta say that that pose is looking pretty good. The gold, or the yellow hands and the red, yeah, I'm actually a bit of a fan in terms of visuals. To the other side, where you're going to find out some more information about the Zedas R, including its weapons, the Beam Vulcans, the Beam Saber, and the Zedas Sword to go along with the beam cannon in its chest. You can see that pretty sharp looking line art, and here we're going to have some cool stuff about them fighting inside the colony up against Asum early on. And here is what's always great when Bandai includes it, a non-painted picture, so that if you put this together right out of the box, you'll notice that you're going to be getting yellow hands. You don't have to deal with that yourself. Lots of red on there, and green parts it looks like, whether those are seals or plastic. Let's find out. Inside the box, you're going to be getting an A plate with some black polycaps there. You can see some green seals, clear green on there, and then you're going to get 2 plates of black, the B and the D plates. More gray here, or black if you want to call it that. It's the same color throughout to go along with the manual. Here's the colorful A plate that you're going to be getting. This is really that sort of gray-black that you can see, and it's not a bad color when it's all put together. You're going to get these parts here. You're just going to get the 4 hands there to go along with the manipulators. With the Beam Vulcans, you can plug in the part down there, as you've seen with all the UE parts. But the big change is going to be, let me just show you the plate for the original Zedas here, is that you're going to have this sort of tan or gray over here, and everything about that has just been color swapped with red. And up here, actually, I cut that off, and it's a clear part, and what I ended up doing is painting it pink when I put together my first Zedas, if you check out its review, whereas with this one, you're going to be getting it in green, which means we should see a little bit more color variation with this one right out of the box to go along with the seals. There are no changes whatsoever for the B, C, and D plates there. You can see identical colors with the empty sprues just laying on top. And I found it worth noting that all of these plates are just listed as Zedas. They don't have any addition with the Zedas R or anything being added to that, as there's not a single physical change besides the colors of the red and the clear green. Where you are going to be getting different parts though is that just in the sticker form. You can see that this is from the original Zedas and this is from the Zedas R. This I put in for the old mono eye / line across the face of the UE suits, and I didn't end up putting these seals in because I just painted them clear parts. If you want to go check out my review, I did green for the chest laser and then red for the eyes, or pink for the side eyes, instead of putting on the red seals. Here they're going to be giving you the clear green parts though, so if you choose not to put those on, you're still going to have some green, although this is going to add a little bit of reflection, and of course putting that seal on is just going to make the eyes a lot easier to create. For a look around the rest of the manual, you're going to have some nice color splash pages here with similar poses to what we've seen around the box, but the best part being for me is you've got that red preview down there for the Zedas R, which is looking very sharp with the clear green, yellow, and red. It's certainly going to round out the Super Sentai aspect of the Veigans, and you can see that it's an X-Rounder Senyo Ki. Up here, you're going to see it's Romery Stone, who is part of the love triangle, I suppose, between Zeheart and Asim, and you can see Asim pictured down here along with his Age 2 normal, which he hasn't fought the Zedas R in. I wonder if he ever will, or if it's just going to be straight to the H2. Double Bullet and Adele in the Genoas 2, which will be coming out. Down here, we're going to have the same mechanics, including those clear green parts, which are looking pretty sharp. The Dorado, whose review you can also check out, and backed up the Zedas R in its infiltration of the colonies. But something I found to be interesting was this color guide. If you want to go ahead and paint this red yourself, or just buy the old Zedas, it's actually going to be made up of Azuki color here, 40%. Salmon pink for 30%, white 15%, and mahogany 15%. And when you see it here in the color splotch, it's going to be quite a unique color and very different sort of from the pink, or the sort of the red that we're going to be getting with the plastic itself. Inside it's all the details on the plates and putting it all together before you get to the back page and the transformation of the Zedas R, which we actually got to see in its duck mode in the anime more often than you would expect. So I won't be doing a full long review because remember you can just check out the review of this guy because physically it's going to be the same, but I will be back with another part just to show the two comparison and see how that red looks compared to the gray. It's cool to see that they did at least change the colors of the seals and the clear part there on the A-plate with the green instead of the clear part, so you don't have to put any paint on. You've just got this easy if you're lazy like me and putting it together right out of the box. And you're also going to get the bonus of the seals, and I think that the 3 parts of green there, one thing I really liked about this is just how one clear part shows through in 3 parts. You can see the pink there, and I can't wait to see how the green's going to show up against the red and black body. Anyway, everybody, Robert184 Gundam.tk, yes, a lead antagonist, especially one who wears a mask and happens to have some red in his mobile suit is something that's too good to pass up. So stay tuned for the final part of this review coming up, and thanks as always for watching, and check out lots more high-grade Gundam Age reviews. See you next time, everybody. Asim, now that you know who I am, it's time for me to go put on a mask. It's in my bad guy contract.